ATP Masters matchup of the day. Taylor Fritz, the American, taking on Casper Ruud. Now listen, guys. Taylor Fritz is the favorite in this match. A lot of the experts are picking Taylor Fritz to win. Listen, he just beat Rafa Nadal for the second time this season. We saw him beat him at the historic Indian Wells. And listen, guys, you thought females tennis had drama. What about Taylor Fritz having an ankle injury, literally limping before the match? And that injury was legitimate, by the way, in beating Rafa Nadal in the final. I Unbelievable. You guys thought the Izzy fight last Saturday at Madison Square Garden was full of drama with the ref stopping that fight premature. Go watch that Taylor Fritz versus Nadal matchup at the Indian Wells. That match that's a little suspect, guys, but nonetheless, Taylor Fritz, one of the best servers on tour, capturing 3 championships this year. Look, he only had 4 on his career. This is the best season of his career, without a doubt, but so is Casper Ruud. He's having the best season of his career, back-to-back 50-win seasons. Look, he's also won a few championships this year. We have the number 9th rank in the world, Taylor Fritz, taking on the number 4th rank in the world, Casper. And look, respectively, the 8th and the 3rd seed here in this tournament. Now, Taylor Fritz would not be here if it wasn't for Carlos Alcaraz having to withdraw. And listen, guys, Carlos, in my opinion, was the favorite to win this tournament. But now we have Casper Ruud. And listen, guys, we saw him fall short at the U.S. Open. However, he's got a very, very good game. He's got a good wide serve and volley. He's very athletic. And I think he's a great shot maker. Casper wins 85% of his service games. He's a holder, ladies and gentlemen. He will hold. Now, Taylor Fritz, on the other hand, I'm very familiar with his game, being an American. And listen, guys, Taylor Fritz has a phenomenal serve. However, I've said it time and time again, I don't think he has the best footwork. He's working on his footwork. He's improving it, but I don't think he's got the best footwork, and definitely does not have better footwork than Casper Ruud. And listen, guys, Taylor Fritz, I've been critical of his backhand. I think he has his one-handed backhand is good, keeping pressure off of him. But his go-to shot, in my opinion, is his two-handed backhand. However, I say it all the time, to hit a clean two-handed backhand, you need balance. And Casper is just young. He's fit. He's athletic. I think he's a better shot maker. Overall, I think he's the better player. I don't think he's going to give Taylor the opportunities to hit his strongest, best shot once the ball's in play. And listen, I think Taylor Fritz is in trouble. A lot of people are picking Taylor Fritz to win. They thought the win over Nadal. Look, you beat Nadal, you should beat Casper Ruud, right? Right? I don't know. I like the win Casper had over Felix. Yes, Felix kind of beat himself. He played horribly. But listen, guys, the argument can be made. If you could beat Felix, you can definitely beat Taylor Fritz. But listen, guys, Taylor Fritz is the favorite in this match. My lock is Casper Ruud, money line on the first set. Not only do I think he's the better player, but the numbers aligned up perfectly. When the numbers match and you have the better player as the underdog, that's a lock. That's a guaranteed lock. Casper Ruud, money line, first set, guys. Sorry I couldn't get this pick out to you earlier. And yes, Nadal, Fritz. Look, Fritz was the underdog in that matchup. He played a great match. The first set was very competitive. But Nadal, listen, guys, I'm not a huge fan of Rafa. And I'll be honest, I've said it time and time again. I think Rafa, if he's not on clay, he's a fish out of water. That's why, in terms of the last 15 years men's tennis, the best to me is Novak. Then I have Federer, and then I have Roger. Rafa. Excuse me, guys. The last 15 years, Novak number 1, Roger number 2, Rafa number 3. Those are my top 3 professional men's tennis players the last 15 years. Rafa, if it's not the French Open, he can be beat. He's beatable. And Taylor Fritz proved that yesterday. But listen, guys, really quick. Iga Swiatek, she threw a fuss over the ATP, having a consistent location to promote their finals to fans. She was upset at the attendance at the WTA finals. And listen, I agree with her. I think the WTA did a horrible job of promoting it. Someone like me that watches tennis all the time, really, they didn't start promoting it to mid-September, and I felt they could have did some cross-promoting at the U.S. Open to kind of sell tickets there. And not to mention, it was in the middle of Texas. Texas is a football state. It's a huge basketball state. But listen, guys, tennis in the middle of Texas, Fort Worth. Fort Worth is the fifth largest city in Texas. And I mean, that's probably one of the problems there. I mean, it's literally an hour, just about an hour from Dallas. And not too many people are going out there. I've been there for business in the past, and you just don't think of going to a tennis match there. But nonetheless, they promoted it late. Families need time to request time off, make travel arrangements, get babysitters, get the kids with them. So I think the WTA did a horrible job of planning it there. However, I do like the fact that it rotates. It's a tour. You give fans all over the world the ability to attend. And I think it should rotate. I think that's fair. But one thing I don't like the women comparing themselves to men all the time, especially in sports. That's got to stop. You saw the WNBA players do it a lot with the NBA players. Listen, your game is not as strong as the men's game, and the fans prove it. Now, Serena Williams is gone. Take away Serena Williams, none of these ladies are selling out arenas. Serena Williams could travel anywhere and sell out your stadium. None of these ladies have that type of star power. So please don't compare your game to the men's game. It's just different. You know, accept it for what it is. But nonetheless, I partly agree with Iga Swiatek on that. But back to this match, guys. Taylor Fritz, in my opinion, I think he's in trouble. I just think he's going to be outclassed and outmatched with a wide serve volley, someone that's a better shot maker, more athletic. If Taylor Fritz serves well, he's got a shot in this first set. But my lock is Casper Ruud on the money line in the first set. That is a guaranteed lock. It's a guaranteed winner. The first service game Casper held, and right now we're underway in the second service game. Sorry I couldn't get a preview and prediction video out to you guys, but Casper is on the move, and I think he's going to take this first set. Underdog, money line. That's my lock. I just think he's a better player. Can Taylor win the match? Possibly, but this first set belongs to Casper, so watch it, guys. Good energy reporting.